Have you ever noticed whenever you're really trying to go somewhere, every single detour feels like a delay? Whether you are on your way to work and you get stuck in traffic, or you are just trying to achieve your dream, every single pause feels like a punishment. Because that is exactly how I felt when I dated for a decade ish. And I was starting to really feel like I was just not meant to get remarried because at this rate, maybe it just wasn't in the cards for me. And that made me very sad. And dating really started to feel like a chore that I resented. And the more I resented the season, the more of a punishment it felt. And it took me so long before I decided to shift the way that I seen the season. Because what if the detour was never meant to be a delay, but development? How much more could you enjoy the season if it's not something that you resent, but instead see it as something that is actually positioning you for your answer prayers? Ooh, friend, yes. Let me give you 3 steps to take this week so that you can stop seeing your preparation season as punishment. So let's get into it. Friend, I talk about my old dating season so much because it taught me so much about me. And at the time that it was happening, I had no idea what it was building in me. And listen, we love a good dream, right? We all have dreams and goals, things that we're working towards, things that we want so bad, whether it is to be married or remarried or to advance your career, to grow your family. We all have a big, beautiful dream. And it seems like there's so much that has to be done in order for all of the pieces and parts to come together to make the dream a reality. And when you are in the thick of it, in the messy middle of it, it can be discouraging. And if the results are not quite resulting the way that you want, it can give a lot of fear and doubt that maybe it's just not meant to be. So often, whatever it is that we feel like is punishment, it's really a season of preparation because those big dreams and goals that you've been praying for, it requires a season of preparation. There is someone that you have to become in order for those dreams to come true. Because listen, preparation is really where your self image rises to match the level of your dreams. Because listen, friend, everything starts with who you are being. Matter of fact, I made a video called Who You Are Being Matters More. And I'll make sure to link that in the description because it's one of my favorite videos that I've made. And it really helps you get into the identity of who it is that you have to become in order for your dreams to unfold in the ways that you can't wait to see. Because listen, we get impatient on the journey. And if things aren't happening as quickly as we like to see them as, then it's easy to get discouraged and start to resent the process. When we spend so much time in the process, we might as well enjoy it while we're here. So let me give you the 3 steps to do this week. So that way you're not feeling like this season is a punishment because it's really preparing you. This is your development season for you to actually become the person who already has what you desire. Okay, so let's get into it. Step 1, decide who you are being before you do anything else. Listen, as someone who loves being a high achiever, I love me a good plan. Okay. I want to know the steps. I want to know what we're doing. I need to know. Give me the tea. And all of that is great. But if you don't know who you are being while you are implementing the plan, you are just still being the old identity of who you used to be, trying to implement a plan that was never really made for you. So you have to decide who you are being first before you create the plan and try to implement it, because otherwise you will just fall into the same repetitive pattern of only being able to get so far, because who you have been to get to this point is not the same person as the version of you who actually is living out your dream. And in order to bridge that gap, you have to first decide who you are going to be first. Who is that version of you? The version of me who wanted to be remarried, I had to declare and own the fact that I was made to be a wife. And that shifted the way that I dated, because I went from dating to look for someone to dating to align with my husband, to connect with the man who was meant to be my husband. Very different energy. It allowed me to really own that from the jump, and to be going out on dates knowing that I was using my discernment now to determine who really was for me and who really wasn't. Game changer. So decide who you are being first before the plan, okay? Step two is to set your non negotiables. These are going to be the promises that you keep to yourself that show you that you are honoring who you said you were going to be. Okay, so these could be 1 to 3 habits that you want to start this week. It could be your action steps. This is where your plan comes into play. Things that me at the time when I was dating and I said, you know what? I was made to be a wife and I'm going to date as such. Anyone who said to me that they just wanted to date and see where things were going to go, that was a definite no. That was me using my discernment to say, you know what, that's not for me. So, what are going to be your non negotiables that you implement to honor who you said you were going to be? Step three is to raise one standard and cut one tolerance. Okay, let me explain. So, your one standard is going to be how you decide to honor this season that you're in. One of my favorite coaches, Brendan Burchard, he always says, honor the struggle. So if you are in the thick of it right now, how can you honor this season? What is one standard that you can set to honor where you are? Because listen, friend, we spend so much more time on the journey than we do at the finish line. You cross the finish line, you have the celebration, and it's over, right? So, how can you honor the season that you are in so that you're not seeing it as something that you resent or something that is a waste of time? Because none of this is wasted. This is all about you preparing to hold, to maintain everything that you're desiring, okay? And then I want you to cut one tolerance. What is one thing that you've been tolerating that you know you don't have no business tolerating? There's just no place for it. So, what is one thing that you can cut that you've been tolerating that does not align with who you said you were going to be? Because, friend, when you start making these shifts, you start to see this season as your training camp. And any resistance training that you have, this is helping to develop your character, your self trust, your confidence, your self esteem. This is building you into the person who can not just have what you asked for, but to maintain it and allow it to grow and thrive. So good. So, friend, you know, I got to give you a journal prompt. So let me grab your journal prompt for you. The question is, it's not to ask yourself when it's coming, but to ask yourself, who am I being while I work towards it? While you work towards that big, beautiful dream of yours, who are you being? Are you still being the one who doubts that it's even possible for you? Or are you ready to be the one who knows that not only is it possible, but it's your destiny? It is destined to come true. That you are confident in who you are being, that when it shows up for you, not only will you be able to recognize it, but you'll be able to receive it. You'll be able to let it in. Because, friend, no one can pour into a clenched fist. Your hand has to be opened. It's got to be open, friend. And then tell me in the comments, what season are you in? Are you in the planting season? Are you in the growing season? Or are you in the harvest season? Because we're all in a season of our lives. And just like the seasons come and go, so do the ones that we go through. So tell me, friend, where you at? Because even the season that you're in deserves to be celebrated. I had no idea that when I was in the thick of it, that I was really growing into this woman who not only healed from a marriage that didn't work, but I became a woman that I liked and loved so deeply. And when I connected with the man who was meant to be my husband, not only could he see me for who I was, but I had seen me for who I am and my value. And when he looks at me, I can see the reflection of that in his eyes. And that is such a beautiful place to be. And I don't care how long it took me. I'm just glad that we're here now. So, friend, I hope that you have loved this video just as much as I love making it for you. And I can't wait to hear about what season you are in because I'm cheering you on and encouraging you there. Friend, you already know. To know me is to know I love myself so much. I don't play about me. And if you hang out with me long enough, you will love yourself so much that you won't play about you either. Okay, friend? I will see you in the comments and I will meet you in the next video tomorrow.